still figuring all this out. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Here I am with Blossom, one of our 2 painted turtle ambassadors. Please let us know where you're tuning in from today. If you have any questions, stuff like that, we would love to answer them, and we'd love to see where you're watching from today.
Thanks, guys.
So Blossom is a painted turtle named for all those pretty colors that she has on her head, on her legs, on her shell. So they have the yellow head on the reddish orange compared to like our red-eared sliders that we see in the pet stores. They only have a little red part on their head, and that's kind of a way you can tell the difference because they do have that coloration. Generally, the red-eared sliders are actually a lot bigger as well. So they can actually get about this big. Those little cute little turtles that you see in the store. So in the Mid-Atlantic and the South, it's actually a really big issue because people will release those red-eared sliders because they don't realize that they can, both the painteds and the red-eared sliders can live to be 40, 50 years old, possibly. That size, they outcompete and eat all the food and live in the same habitats as the painted turtles, unfortunately. That's one way you can tell them apart, though, because they're pretty cool looking.
We have Adrian, Nicole, Julia, and Joe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Welcome, everyone.
Hi, Blossom. How much do you think she weighs? We have a question from Braden.
So she is about 450 grams, which I can't remember the conversion off the top of my head with that pound. It's definitely less than a pound, though. I think it's closer to probably like half a pound, I want to believe. Right?
Hi, Liam and Luke. Hello. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Hi.
Good morning. She's so sweet.
Like, I was swimming around, playing with my roommate, Lotus.
Hi, Amelia from Bowdoin.
Good morning,
Hello.
Amelia. Welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in today.
Hello.
Yeah, so we have 7 species of turtle here in Maine. The most common, there's 2 that aren't threatened on any level, and that's our painted turtles as well as our snapping turtles. So what the shell is from is a snapping turtle. A lot of our other turtles actually aren't doing really well in the wild. They get hit by cars and stuff like that. That's a really common reason why we get them into our clinic, actually. When we have moms that pass away, we can actually take her eggs out and incubate them. This is a couple painted turtle eggs that we have. They're a bit older, but we can use them to show people what they look like.
We have Liam, who would like to know how hard and strong her shell is.
It's a great question, Liam. Thanks so much for tuning in. Actually, this is a good example. So this is a box turtle shell, and you can see all that white is actually just bone. So you can see the spine going down in the back of that. And so their shell, under all of the little puzzle pieces called scoops, which is actually just these, they come off about once a year. They shed them. It's actually the same stuff that our hair and our fingernails are made of, called keratin. So they shed these scoots about once a year, but under that is just bone. And so it's hard, just like our bones. Right? That's actually why when they get hit by cars, we can put something like this on them. So this is a little metal bracket that we can use, just like a human cast. We can put the little metal brackets on, and that's how we can help a turtle heal after it's been hit by a car. Just like a human cast. It makes the bone grow back.
Hi, Lakin and Lorelai. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Good morning.
Gavin, hello. Mary, hi, Karen. Hello.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello. We have a question from Gavin, who wants to know the differences between a painted turtle and an eastern box turtle.
That's a great question, Gavin. So this is an eastern box turtle shell. In the next couple weeks, you'll actually be able to meet some of our box turtle ambassadors. They'll be on the
tomorrow
Facebook Lives.
We're doing one.
Oh, perfect.
Me and Big Mama, sneak peek.
Yay! So our box turtles are terrestrial, which means that they are going to be on land. They can't really swim like our aquatic turtles can. And so our land turtles have this nice big domed shell. On the bottom, you would see a little hinge to help them protect themselves because they can't swim really fast like our aquatic turtles can to get away from predators. Where Blossom has a really flat shell so she can swim really fast. And then she has these little webbed feet in the front and the back to also help her swim really fast.
Hi, Blossom. Aww.
And the box turtles don't have those webbed feet. And so the painted turtles are meant to swim really fast in the water to get away from predators. Where our box turtles are hanging out on land, so they have to protect themselves in different ways. Their coloration is really very, very different as well, but I'll let you guys wait to see her in a couple tomorrow and see the difference.
Not nearly as pretty with all the colors.
No.
Xander from Plymouth is here.
Good morning, Xander.
Abby would like to know if she has any animal friends at the center.
That's a great question, Abby. And yes, she does. She lives with
friends.
Lotus, our other painted turtle ambassador. So they're actually about the same age, we believe, except Blossom is about double the size of her, which is really cool, interesting to look at. But the two of them hang out in a tank, and then they have two goldfish that swim around. They're friends, and they hang out together.
And then we have a question from Joan. How long do they live?
It's a great question, Joan. So in captivity, of course, any wild animal is going to live significantly longer usually. So as a pet in captivity or as ambassadors, they can live to be 30, 40 plus years in captivity, which is a really long time to have a turtle. And turtles don't make the best of pets because they are really hard to take care of. So she needs an omnivore just like us. So she gets greens and carrots and all different proteins like fish and worms and stuff like that. They need different heat requirements. They need a place where they can bask that's really warm. And they need to get that UV light to help keep their shell healthy. Right?
You're so sweet, Blossom.
Yeah. And lots of room to swim around in.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are meeting Blossom, our painted turtle, today. Just as a quick reminder, there is, as always, a donate button on the top of the post here. We really appreciate it. We know that these are some crazy times, so thank you so much for supporting the center and our work. We'll be bringing these morning meetings to you every day. We have a question from Gavin, who would like to know what her natural predators are.
Ooh, that's a great question, Gavin.
Natural predators.
And so when she was a little baby, this is an example of a turtle hatchling. This is a snapping turtle hatchling, not a painted, but still very tiny. Hatchlings are only about the size of a quarter, and they never meet mom and dad, ever. They're actually born with all the information that they need to survive, so they know where to live and what to eat, and all that important information that they need. But unfortunately, because they are so little when they hatch, a lot of animals do predate on them, like raccoons and stuff like that. And when they're larger, they can be outcompeted by the red-eared sliders. If the red-eared sliders are released, right? But she does use those webbed feet and that flat shell to swim really fast to try to get away from predators. So she's going to try to use her body to protect herself.
Candace would like to know why she looks like she's painted.
That's a great question, Candace, and that's exactly how they got their name. So their scientific name actually has the word meaning painted in it. So you can see that she's very, very pretty. You can even see the coloration. She has it on her back legs or bum as well. She's very, very pretty. And they're really the only turtles that will have all this pretty coloring that we have around here. The red-eared sliders have that red on right behind their eyes, like where their ear would be. She's very, very pretty, and yellow and orange and red.
What is all that coloring for? What is it for? So, when these turtles are in the water and just their heads are poking out of the top of the water, they blend in perfectly well. All those lines really help to mask their silhouette in the water. So they look really very, very cryptic. Hello, we have Christina. We have a question from Angela. Is her skin bumpy? It is. I'll get a close-up look at that. So those, here, Kristen, you can enumerate on that.
Yeah,
Look at those bumpies.
She is a reptile, so she does have the scales. No. So she is a little bumpy.
Mm-hmm. So those are scales all over her.
Yes.
And then, yeah. So all of those scales you can see on her front legs kind of overlap and help to protect her skin. Look at her beautiful face. Nice job.
Hello.
Thank you guys for your questions. Please let us know if you have anything you'd like to know about Blossom. We'd love to answer your questions for you. Kristen, did you want to put her on the floor and watch her walk around? So we're going to watch her walk on land, which is not necessarily the normal thing that our painted turtles would do. Where are you going? Hi.
A nice little workout.
Hello.
Yeah, so Blossom's been with us since 2007. She actually belonged to someone as a pet before she came to us. Unfortunately, she wasn't fed that proper diet. She is an omnivore just like us. She needs all the different food groups that we need. So when I pick her back up again, you'll be able to see a little bit better. But the back of her shell curves up.
Where are you going?
Sorry, we're gonna move you. There you go. The back of her shell does curve up, and so if she were to be released, something would be able to bite her feet or her tail, and her whole back end is exposed, but that also would create drag, so she wouldn't be able to swim as fast. The reason why she has that curve up in her shell is because she has had metabolic bone disease. So she was only fed turtle pellets. That is a part of their diet, but it's kind of like us only eating granola bars. It's food, but we need a lot more vitamins than just that. So she needs greens and carrot and all different sorts of protein. So we give her lots of different types of food to help keep her healthy and get all those vitamins that she needs. What do you think?
Beth, thank you for your question about who we're going to do next. I think next up tomorrow we're going to do another turtle. And then Gavin asked, do these turtles live during the Mesozoic era, the time of the dinosaurs?
That is a great question, Gavin. So, of course, dinosaurs are related to reptiles and birds. So painted turtles in particular weren't around then, but they definitely probably had relatives, though.
Yeah, they're the descendants of those dinosaurs. Thanks for that question. I'm so proud of you for knowing that.
It's a nice vocab word, too.
Nice vocab. Hi, buddy. You're so cute.
Like, give me my close-up.
One of the crazy things about painted turtles is that painted stripe actually goes through their eyeball. If you look really, really close up. Your eyeball is painted.
What do you
She's
think?
exploring.
Do you have any treats for me? So she got fed yesterday. Since she is a reptile, we don't feed our reptiles every day. Their metabolism is a lot slower than ours. And so she got fed yesterday, so she'll get fed tomorrow. But I want some treats now.
Yes, we do actually check to make sure our turtles are not getting too fat.
Yeah, that wouldn't be
Which
good.
is funny.
Are you gonna bite my shoe?
Oh. What is that? Can I eat? Can I eat? Do they come in different colors, or are they all the same color? Thanks, Joan, for that question.
Yeah, so there is some variation of like where their stripes might be, and like a little bit color differentiation. But they're basically gonna have this similar coloring with the reds and the yellows and the oranges.
She's very interested in that.
So Luckily, my boot is a little bit hard because she actually has a beak just like a bird. So I do have a little skull too. You can see that beak because, of course, they are related to birds. So that beak is very, very strong. You can't bite the shell. What do you think?
What did you do to him?
But you can see all the bone under all of that scale. Sorry. What do you think? This is a musk turtle shell, or skull.
And she also has 2 little things that are kind of like teeth, 2 little ridges in her beak that are very sharp.
What do you think?
What do you think? Liam would like to know how old she is.
So she's been with us since 2007. So she is about...
She's at least 13.
Yeah.
But she was old. She was a few years old at least when we got her, so...
It's probably closer to, like, at least 15.
Yeah.
But still only midlife, so... Gonna live quite a long time.
What do you think, Blossom?
Let's go this way.
She is definitely curious. She's a curious turtle.
Getting a little workout.
Yeah. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I just want to nibble.
Angela, she says she's so cute.
She is very cute, Angela. You're very right about that.
She is actually a little bit of a naughty, though.
She is.
She likes to chew our fingers if we're not careful. With that sharp beak.
You do that. It's just food, I swear.
Do you want to compare her shell to the other painted turtle shell?
Oh, yeah. So this is another painted turtle shell. You can see the coloring has bleached out. It's part of one of the things we do when we're cleaning the shells out. But you can see the colors are gone, but it's about the same size.
Well, and
you can see the back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna hold you for a second.
So you can see the back of the original one, the painted turtle, is pointed down, so it protects her feet when she tucks them in. And then on Blossom, because of that bone disorder that she has, it curves upwards and it leaves her tail and her legs exposed, so she is not actually really protected very much in there.
My whole tail's exposed.
I know. She actually has a little bit of a stumpy tail.
Yeah, compared to the little difference in the back.
Yeah. Not much protection.
No.
Gavin would like to know if she protects her eggs.
So she, of course, she does live with Lotus, so she doesn't actually lay eggs. But turtles never meet mom and dad, ever. They're born in the same place that their mom was born, their grandma was born, their great-great-grandma was born. It's called ancestral breeding grounds. So that mom will go lay her eggs in a nice, soft, sandy or muddy spot. Where are you going? Sometimes why we see turtles on the side of the road, because that's a nice, sandy, soft little area.
Where are you going?
Trek a little bit farther for you. So mom's gonna use her back legs to dig a little hole, and she's gonna lay her eggs. They will typically lay between 3 to 9, usually, eggs. And then she's just gonna leave. So those babies are born with all the information that they need to survive, so they know where they're supposed to live. They don't generally travel too far from the place that they were born, because they do go back to that same place year after year to lay their eggs.
Joan, I actually am not sure why we chose the name Blossom for her. We usually will choose our ambassador names as just something that we think fits them. We usually will try to get some ideas from our staff, sometimes from you guys, but usually it's something that we think fits them. I know her predecessors here at the center were named Anna and Sid because of their family name. The Latin name that for the family they belong to is Anapsid. And then we have Lotus, our other painted turtle, because we thought it fit nicely with her story and also with Blossom's name. And she does live with Lotus in her tank out there. And maybe we can
Okay, well, let's go show them where
yeah,
they
we
live.
can go show you guys where they live.
Right.
And then we have a question from Donna. In nature, how much time would they spend in the water?
That's a great question, Donna. They do spend a lot of their time hanging out in the water. Sometimes you will hear them referred to as sun turtles, because they will be hanging out on a log in the middle of the summer. That's why we do see them a lot in the summertime. So they're going to be sitting on that log to actually help keep their shell healthy. So that's basking. So you'll see when we go out there, they have a little heat lamp that they can bask and get that UV light under to help keep their shell healthy. So they do use that to get parasites and fungus and stuff like that off of their shell with the UV.
And then we have a question from Beth. What is your oldest living turtle? I think that would be one of the box turtles that you're going to meet tomorrow. They have been with us since we were founded, and then they were pets before then. So very, very old, over at least over 30. So
yeah.
Yep.
Exciting question.
I know.
Sneak peek.
Yeah, definitely tune in. So why don't we go and see where Miss Blossum lives? We can get a sneak peek of Lotus, and then maybe a little Lieutenant Dan action. We have a goldfish. We've named Lieutenant Dan. All right. So we'll follow. Oh, there's Percy's tank. You guys are in our back office right now. We like to do our Facebook Lives from there because it's a nice quiet space. And then this is our main office. Oh, hello. You guys are on video for just a sec. Hi. We're just meeting our... Hi, Lotus. This is Lotus. Lotus is Blossum's roommate, another painted turtle, and you guys will get to learn more about her in another Facebook Live shortly. But she was basically found abandoned in somebody's home. So she is about the same size as, or the same age as Blossum, but she's about half of her size, which is a really striking difference, and it's because of not having the proper nutrition. Look at these guys.
The little mustache.
And these are our goldfish that live with them. They're not technically ambassadors, but they're very sweet.
Friends, not food.
Hi, friends, not food. Nice job. You want to go back? You ready? She says, I want food. Do you have food?
I don't have food. You ate yesterday. You eat tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Caitlin, for donating. That's so sweet.
Thank you.
We do really appreciate it. All of our care for the ambassadors and the patients we get at the center is supported through donations like yours. So thank you so much for helping us to take care of these guys.
Yeah. You might be able to see, I can't tell. You may not be able to see on the camera. But you can see she's going to be shedding pretty soon. She has some lighter spots that are starting to come up.
Yeah, and their shells being deformed from the diseases that they have also makes it difficult sometimes for their sheds.
Sometimes we help.
Yeah.
The little toothbrush. We help out.
Nice
Ready to go back to your friend?
Good girl.
Yeah.
Oh. Hello.
Yeah, so you can see the heat lamp up there to make sure that they can keep themselves warm, the reptiles, and then the white UV lights to help them get that UV that they would normally get from the sun. Unfortunately, it is a little chilly out today, otherwise we could have taken them for a walk outside so they could get that natural sunlight. It's one of their favorite activities during the summertime, be outside. All of our turtles do have outdoor enclosures that they can go out and hang out in during the day when it's warm enough and swim around and get some sun.
Something a lot of people don't realize about these turtles is they're pretty social. They live in like groups that can get fairly large, and you'll often see them stacked on top of each other, competing over sunlight. It's very sweet. So these guys are pretty friendly. Sometimes they get into it a little bit. They're like siblings.
Especially when food's involved.
Yes, when food is involved. And they are fierce predators, so they do have a prey drive. They will like go after fingers or moving objects in the water. Yeah.
Distractions.
Yeah. Come here. Don't pick on your sister. I know.
But
Good girl. Nice job. Oh, sweet.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. If you have any further questions, please let us know in the comments. And then we will also be back tomorrow with another one of our turtle friends for you guys to meet. So definitely keep tuning in at 10 o'clock to our morning meetings. Thanks, Kristen.
Thanks again for tuning in, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye.